We welcome y'all back to That's What I'm Saying, the podcast about hip hop, dating, sex, entertainment, relationships, and social issues from a sometimes ratchet, because you know how me and my sister do, but mostly woke perspective. So please subscribe to That's What I'm Saying. We're on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio. Pretty much wherever you listen and stream your podcast, you can listen to us. Also, watch That's What I'm Saying, the TV show. We got new episodes. Island TV done got the app together, so you can find us there. And follow us on Instagram at TwistPod. So, I'm Shaun.
And I'm Shatara.
Hey, sister. How you
doing? Hey, good. How are you?
I am excellent.
All right.
A little bit rainy here in sunny Florida, but, you know.
Oh, well, guess what? I heard on the radio, they said the other day, the first day of autumn is in 11 days. And that was like 4 days ago. I'm still devastated. I cannot believe.
Yeah, it's happening. It's happening. Mm-hmm.
If they don't get all this Halloween stuff out my face.
Oh my gosh, I went to the dollar store and that's all I saw. Like, y'all, can we slow down, please? Sheesh.
Geez, I just put my plants up. I just made it in the summertime. I feel like I just got to the party and it took me forever to get dressed. And then when I got there, they were like, oh no. That's how I feel. Like they were
about to close. You got 15 minutes to buy
this dance on. Excuse me, DJ.
Yeah, bees like that. So,
time is going by.
We got a lot to cover on this show. So, what do we call this episode?
We're calling this episode, I got to get together, Still Smash on C. Now, what does that mean? I will tell you what that means. It's going to get us right into the ratchet. The ratchetanda.
It's terrible.
So, I heard someone read out loud, which was a headline, and it said, Future is still saying that he's having sex with Ciara. And I said, what?
Motherfucker here. Okay.
So he says it. He quotes it in one of his songs, Still Smash on C. So, of course, we all say it must be Ciara. But there might be a girl at home named Cynthia who's like, he's talking about me. See, there you go. Small-minded people. Look at us.
Well, I'm gonna play the clip from the song. Hold on. Let me see.
Like the quarterback of cheat, I'm in the go out the beat, and I still smash on seat. I got 2/5 on me, like the quarterback.
So you know what? It could be Cynthia. It could be Catherine.
I mean, right? It could be Christina. Who knows?
But either way, it's still messy because, of course, and let me tell you something. He's being so disrespectful if he is talking about Ciara because, number one, I don't think they're really sleeping together. Like, I don't think Ciara is in a situation where she's going to risk it all. Like, I think,
definitely not.
You know what I'm saying? Homeboy is running down that football field and he's doing his damn thing and he's like madly in love. They got
and he's taking care of Future's son.
Right. So you better check yourself, like, because he can always clap back and be like, your son is real happy playing a video game. You want to talk to him? Like, he can always clap back, but he doesn't. He's so classy. So I will say this: Future would not be clapping if he was another dude. Like, let's say hypothetically, it was like 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? Who's with Ciara right now? You really think he would be talking slick? He's only doing this with Russell because he think Russell is like Urkel. You know what I'm saying? Because he thinks.
Yeah. But also, I think he's doing it because he feels some type of way. Like, you know, these toxic ass niggas low key can't deal with their emotions, their feelings, so they all over the place. So what he gonna do? He gonna put it on a record. Still smash on C. Nobody believes you, Future.
It's ego. He
is, you know, this whole, I'll be like, y'all got churches devoted to this man. There's a church of Future. Like, people really, I like Future. I will say that. Like, but is he toxic? Absolutely. Woo, child.
Does he have hoes in Atlanta? Was that the chorus line that he said over and over and over and over again? I got hoes in Atlanta. Isn't that the song?
I don't know. He said a lot of stuff that I listened to. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you know, he's I would definitely say, damn, he's one of those like
Hendrix.
Man, like, get off my feet, like you got to get your foot off that sinking sand. He's trouble.
Still smash on C. Nobody believes that, but that was fun.
I spit out my water laughing though. I was like,
that was terrible.
How dare he? Like, get up, stop it. No, you got no, you don't.
I know she ain't going out there risking it all. Like, I'm Steve Urkeling myself to the day I'm out of here. If you know, like, what? Ciara, like, the kids is good, she's good. What's she worried about?
I love it. I love me some Carlton. You better go ahead. He's so good. He's so good and in love.
Carlton.
I don't even care. Let me tell you, I was watching the game the other night. He was running down that field too. I was like, yeah, and he's really doing his damn thing. So as far as I'm concerned, she won. She really made out. So when you have a good man, you know you don't want to really risk it all for no fucking future.
Hell to the no.
When you have a good man, you don't risk it for the future.
Still smash on C. Okay.
All right. No, you don't. And otherwise, Chyna reported that she's making $240 million on OnlyFans in 2021. So this is just an OnlyFans alone. So I'm hearing that a lot of people. There was this one young lady. She is, I think she was a school teacher, and she left her job because she had made $1 million in OnlyFans. So the question is like, well, how much are you charging people to like come to your page? So Chyna's saying she has a subscription of $19.99, and everybody gets exclusive, to all of her stuff and her photos and videos. And I guess, these memberships are really, doing her right. And through that, she made $240 million. So Steve Harvey was talking about it. He was like, hold on a minute. He said if she made $240 million, he was like, basically like, I wouldn't do any of my shows. Like, y'all got me running on radio back and forth. Like, I'm saying, if it was just that he's making 200, shit, I'll start OnlyFans. Like, and then on top of it, everybody's like, Chyna, how did Forbes happen to miss this? So wait, I gotta read this. Wait, because this is what, okay. When she says this, so her clapback, so she's 34 years old, right? So, okay. So she says, I'm on OnlyFans so I can support the music because that stuff is not cheap at all. Getting studio time, engineers, wardrobe, marketing. I'm using all these different hustles to support that and my kids. That's the ultimate goal. Keeping up their living and how they're living now. I don't want to be that parent where they have this now, then when they get older, they don't have it. I'm a single Black female supporting my kids. I don't get any child support. So I have all these things like Blue Chyna's Closet, the Dynasty Group, my music, the OnlyFans, Lash Cosmetics, promos that I do for other people, other companies to keep my household together. Well, that was a lot. So,
I kudos to her for finding a platform and monetizing it. But do I believe this? I don't think she said it. I think people were just trying to do the math. Like if she got so many followers or whatever, we know this shit is all algorithms and stuff that don't even work like that. So I'm not taking away that she hasn't made a living. Although I watched a little bit of the trial when she was suing the Kardashians over the failed Rob Loves Chyna show. And she was claiming like, her lack of funds. So it's very funny. Like, girl, if this is the case, you could buy your career, buy you a whole rap career. You could buy Cardi B's career.
Yeah, because Cardi B said she on OnlyFans, she made $108 million. She apparently earned. Listen, hey, it's all hearsay because I've even Googled myself to see what I make. Girl, I was looking around like, well, let me get on that. I got houses to buy. I got shit to do. What am I doing? No, it's fugazi. Some of it's all fugazi. But in her case, she did pull a gun out on Rob during one of their fights. So if you put that altercation on OnlyFans, I'm sure people were paying to see that go down. Did Rob shit bricks? How did that work out?
Oh, her screaming and yelling in the car. I don't know how many clips there are of her having a whole tantrum in the car screaming at somebody in the phone.
Scared me a little bit.
It's scary, right?
Oh, I was like, okay, interview with a vampire.
Oh my gosh.
She tantrum a little bit.
Little bit. That was scary to watch. I was like, "Ooh, my blood pressure, my stomach hurts."
She got a little knuck if you buck. She got a little
way more than that. She got
Chyna. I don't know if you ever been to Chyna.
Probably not. Remember, she was doing the face cream, the bleach. Oh, it was like an African brand, or she had. Huh?
That's a terrible. I don't condone no bleach her skin. No.
Look, I don't knock her. You get out here, you do what you got to do, but.
So, but this is my thing. We all thought that when she got with Rob Kardashian, right? And we just thought of Kardashian money. Like, once you have a child with him, you're free sailing.
Yeah, that's why I don't believe she's saying I don't get any child support. Like, girl, I'm pretty sure positive that he's taking care of his responsibilities and then some.
And then didn't she have a baby with lions and tigers and bears? Oh my.
Yeah. Oh my. Tiger. Lions and tigers.
Right. So I'm just saying, like, once you got him in that way, right? Doesn't that kind of, you know?
I mean, she good at least until the kid's 18th birthday. Come on.
Yeah,
now.
she's good to go. Shit, even Nicole Murphy know what to do. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know, Chyna.
I don't know. 240 million. Let me tell you, I don't. Listen, I was never great at.
How did Forbes miss it?
What are you saying? Look. Let me get my OnlyFans page together because you know what? I could use an extra $30,000. Look, here I go. For $19.99, carry the 2, divide the 1. Season is coming. I might be able to work something out. Like, do people have like foot fetishes? Like, what could work?
Oh, right. What? Let me do a scan. Hold on. Let me do a search.
Listeners, podcasters, twist potters, listen, DM me. Let me know. What do you guys want to see that would be totally appropriate, but a little skeevy, that I could do potentially like with my husband in the other room, and it's not bad.
And I could charge $19.99 for it.
$19.99, and he would have no qualms, no qualm. Like, what can I do? What?
Oh man.
I think what's her name was saying that she shows people her feet. Who was it?
I know somebody who does that. Yeah.
One of these girls on the reality show. She was like, I just show my feet and like guys pay for it.
That's a whole thing. Let me find out. You know what? I might have to do some research. No, I'm over here like
we might listen, that man at the salon, he just put some nice gel on the big toe, made it nice and solid. That big toe is everything. Everything.
Yeah, that sets the tone for the whole evening.
Sets it off for the rest. He's a fucking ringleader for the rest of the 4. He like, all right, y'all. I'm big dude. Everybody stand in line. Once big toe. I just peeped game. I just got a little extension on the big.
You did? Okay.
If I can show you, I'll show you how to do this, son. So, hey, for $19.99, if you all want to see this toe extension, quick little commercial here. I think they're good to listen.
Maybe you never know. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right.
Well,
anything else?
To you, what's her name?
Chyna,
Black Chyna.
Chyna.
Okay. What else we got?
Kanye West, he's leaving Adidas and the Gap, once the contracts do expire. He said he's done. But what really had me with this headline was the quote, because he was talking about how he goes to these meetings with people and, they send the wrong representatives and he just gets frustrated with everything. Mm-hmm. And he said that he's decided that I'm not going to argue with people that are broker than me about money.
And he said it and he meant it.
That ain't a mic drop. If that is not a mic drop.
And the chick that was interviewing, I saw the white chick, she had nothing to say. Like, well, what can I say?
She was like, humming. With nothing to say. So he just feels like, you know what, forget this. I'm just going to start my own brand. I got the Donda line coming out. I'm going to start a campus, schools from, with my mom's name. He said he's doing a lot of stuff, just on his own terms with his own money. And he said that he's negotiating a 20% royalty on his shoes he designed with Adidas and for his 4 children. Forbes reported 2020, he receives roughly 11% royalty. So he's upping that royalty, obviously, to 20%, and it's for the kids. And I'm just like, I'm not even mad. Like, as much as we say, he's out there, on the business side, he's rising to the occasion.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, Kanye. In Nick Cannon news, what do we have?
So baby number 9. So check this out. His name is the mother is Lanisha Cole, right?
This is a new mother, right? This is a new baby mom.
It's the new one. Now,
no, but I mean, new is in terms she don't have no kids by him. Before she hasn't had any before.
On the 3rd, 4th. It's a whole big thing situation going on with Nick Cannon. Now with him and this girl Lanisha Cole, she's a model and she used to work on, get this, the irony in this, the show The Price is Right.
As what?
As a model on The Price is Right,
Oh, really? Did he meet her? How did he meet her though?
All he had to say was The Price is Right, and she showed up. I mean,
She Vanna Whited herself there. Poof.
Yeah, she was like, I'm here to have a baby. It was some real have a baby by me,
I'm
baby.
here to have a baby.
Millionaire. Like, he's a real baby by me.
I'm here to have a baby. You know.
Okay. So this
So this a new model baby mama. They don't have any kids. This is
they
the
don't have
first
any,
time.
and it makes me think because from what I know, he has another baby on the way with his girlfriend. So is everybody in this open relationship?
Right. Because Abby De La Rosa, isn't she? That's the girlfriend, I thought.
Yeah. So let me give you the breakdown. So before this girl, there's 8 children. The 11-year-old twins, Monroe and Moroccan with Mariah Carey, right? Get your fingers ready. Then he has the son, Golden Saigon, who's 5, and the daughter, Powerful Queen, right? Then the 19-month-old with model Brittany Bell, and she's currently expecting their 3rd child together, right? Then he's also dad to twin sons, Zion and Zillion, right? And then 15 months with former radio personality Abby De La Rosa. She's expecting her 3rd baby this fall. So he's having multiple babies. Additionally, Cannon recently welcomed the son, Legendary Love, 10 weeks with model Brie, however her name is.
TC,
and he's
she's
a child with Elisa Scott, and that's the baby who died. So we're at 10. So we're expecting babies, and we already have babies. I'm running out of
all right. We need a PowerPoint presentation for this. We should keep one, and we should keep one going because I feel like he's gonna keep going. So we should have one.
His whole thing is like he's not going to get caught into, the way society feels like, parenting and children coming in this world should be. He's had some health issues. He sees life as fragile. He does say that he wakes up every day and he's so excited to be a dad and he loves his kids and he's going to, honor and love this one. And I just was very curious. And I thought, what if, some years from now, his daughter comes to him and she says, Dad, I met a guy just like you and he has, 16 kids with 16 other women, but he's going to take care of us. And I just want to be a mom. Hypothetically, would that be something where it's like, great, that's a beautiful thing, start your village. Because he's really starting a village here.
Yeah, I think low key, part of the reason he's having kids, because Nick has an autoimmune disease.
Yes.
And, I believe he has lupus. But, eventually he might need an organ. And who better to get your organ from is from one of your children. And if he got 10, 12, one of them, if he ever needed, I don't know, that's just I'm like, because I've listened to some of his interviews and he's like, it's no accident. He's had all these kids. Like, yeah, it's not. I think it's kind of calculated actually. Like in the event that he's going to need, say a new kidney.
Pick
a kid, any kid. Pick a kid, any kid. Right. It's a whack-a-mole job out here. You just pick you one. I think, is that the worst thing in the world? Maybe not.
Yeah.
I was definitely thinking that like, oh, okay. You hedging your bets.
This is for health purposes. It would just really suck to be like, hey, what's, your kid doing on Sunday? Because I'm trying to get all the kids together. And it's just not all in one household. It's a little bit all over. Like we go to school, we live all over the place. Like, and, we come from a big family already. But, my mother always had a way of saying.
Your mother, my mother.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, y'all from the same basket. So, like even with that. So don't get me wrong, big families are a beautiful thing. But to some extent, I just know that a lot of people still believe in, I would say, polygamy, whether or not they want to admit it. And I know somewhere in the Bible it says something about, I don't even want to go there, but Solomon had many wives, and as long as you can afford them, that's, to some religions, that's fine. As long as you can afford it. Nick Cannon doesn't work at Costco, you know what I'm saying? Part-time.
He ain't at Sears as an auto mechanic changing tires.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, some people, like, you ever hear like some dude is cheating and like him and his wife are like having a hard time. And the first thing you think is he got a lot of nerve. Right? Sorry, people, but that's how we think. Like, he got a lot of Like, he did what? Like, he got a lot of nerves. So something about being financially free. I guess he has like free sperm. Like, it's something about like just feeling free about it.
I don't know. I would love to know Mariah Carey's take. Like, I would love to just have a glass of wine with her and just talk like, child.
No, she needs,
did you ever think?
Mariah, like, we're gonna need seven bottles.
That you would have cracked the seal on this man?
Yeah, like a glass of wine. We need bottles. Bring it.
Like that. What a conversation. So yeah, but kudos to we're gonna have to keep up on Nick Cannon news. We're gonna probably have to do a little special segment within the segment of in Nick Cannon news.
I think you really
he's a true wilding out.
That he's trying to come up with a whole new cast of wilding out. That's all he's doing. So everybody who works on, get ready, because when those kids get old enough, everybody's fired. The door's going to open. All his kids are going to come in. They're all his kids. That's all. Well, we got to get the chart going on, because this is good. This is good. The only black man in history that is like proudly with 11 and up kids with different moms and is looking at everybody like, and what? And what? Say something. I didn't ask you for shit. Say something.
This is true.
All right, Nick, you got me.
All right.
So, did you see Ray J going off about the Jenners?
I did. I indulged in all the videos on Instagram, all his rants while he's on vacation in the Dominican Republic. I watched it all. You got to give Ray J his flowers. First of all, like, you kind of forget. Like, I can't think of a Ray J song, to be honest with you, but just give this man his flowers.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, okay.
Brandy's brother? Oh, hey, wait a minute. We're day.
On and popping.
It's rocking. What?
Right, he brought it back. See? He goes back.
Right.
So the story goes Ray J has been on this whole rant talking about the Kardashians, about how that sex tape back from 20 years ago, they shot it multiple times at the direction of Kris Jenner. And there was a contract and they both got paid. He said they both got paid about $400,000 to make the video. And that Kris Jenner comes back after she saw the first one and was like, we're going to reshoot it. He said, so they went to Santa Barbara and shot another sex tape and a third one. He said, so there's a second and a third one available. So, this wouldn't be new. It's like 20 years ago. Who really cares? But he had receipts. Like, he had the contract, he had the text messages, and then the conversation between him and Kanye. And you just felt bad for Kanye West. I did. He was like, that man was on the ground crying because of something that Kim and her mother had done to him. So it was messy. So he said he got paid, he handed over, I guess, one of the tapes to Kanye, and Kanye, trying to defend his wife's honor. I don't know. Wanted, to get the tape out of circulation. But I mean, come on now. That was the first sex tape any of us have ever seen. Before I even knew what a sex tape was, I remember watching it.
Wait, I will tell you this: Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson.
They was.
She wasn't proud about it. It's a documentary I was watching. She was not proud about it. This was like an embarrassing moment. How to get out? She was not proud about it.
And they were married. They had kids. They was together.
They were married on the yacht, and that was their video. And somebody
I remember he was slinging too. Like, look at
they
this.
were having a good time, and that was the first video. But they weren't trying to make money off of it. She was already on, Baywatch, and he was already at the band, and excuse me, they had their own money, which is the difference. Because as you can see, the Kardashian, Miss Jenner here, she pimped her daughter out. I don't care how you
did. And what Ray J said I thought was kind of interesting. He was like, not even the sisters knew. He said he never mentioned it to them, but not even the sisters really knew what the deal was between Kim and her mother, like how they worked around it. Now, if you remember, because back in the day, Kim Kardashian was supposedly like the stylist for Brandy and what's her name, Paris Hilton. And between Kim and her mother, they stole like, I want to say almost $1 million. She charged up on Brandy's American Express card. Now, this was years ago. I remember hearing that because it was a show. Oh, what was the show? It wasn't even them on. Anyway, the show was the Hilton Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie. Remember?
Nicole,
they had a show.
Yes, on the farm or something.
And they're kind of like, their friend was Kim, but Kim was working with Brandy. So there was a whole lawsuit, and it was $800,000 that Kim had to pay back to Brandy. So in the interim, she started messing with the brother, with Ray J. And now come up with this way, I'm assuming, to maybe pay off the debt, or I'm not sure. Don't quote me on the timeline, but it was right around the same time. But it's funny, like her mother comes in like, okay, this is what we're going to do. Since, y'all are together, we're going to make some money. And I think everybody knew this about Kris Kardashian, but now there's definitely receipts about it. And he ain't playing. Like Ray J, give him his flowers.
Wow.
But definitely pimped off, and he understands how much they pimped him. Like, because at first I was like, I don't know, does Ray J even understand the power of what he gave to these women? I'm like, because they are coven. Say what you want, whatever. Mm-hmm. But does he even understand? But obviously he does. Like he gets it. How they capitalize off a black man's dick. That's basically what it was.
Oh, that. And I back in the day, the DVD was circulating. And I remember, getting this DVD, and it was a big, I think I talked about it on the show before. It was a big popcorn night. Ladies, movie night. It's not a full 2-hour movie, but just bring the popcorn. I got something to watch. Don't worry about how I got it.
And I remember after, everybody was like, man, she got the laziest sloppy top. She the laziest dick sucker I ever seen.
And Ray J has a contract of like the second taping, the first taping, like, because they wanted her to look better the second time. And she's like, fix your lips. Like, okay, I'm coming. Like, hold on. And it was like, what's the big deal? She was a pretty girl, but it was like, okay. So after that, next thing you know, the CD came out, and then it was like www.kardashian.com with like a little heart or something like that. Mm-hmm. So now they begin to make money off of it, and they turn it into a business. And I was like, oh, look at the packaging, like everything switched up. So they made money off of that. And if a lot of females felt like they could succeed, let me tell you something. I think a lot of people would risk it all and be like, you know what? Where's the camera at? If it was guaranteed.
Anyway, I do this for free. I do this for the free.
If it was guaranteed, but because there's no guarantee, you know what I mean? That's the part. That's the part. There's no guarantee. That was just one of the biggest bingo hits. That was like them hitting the Mega Millions by chance. They got 7655552, and it happened to hit. That's all that was right there. You know what I'm saying? It just happened to hit. And they struck oil. That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
it just happened to hit. Yeah, wow. But
that Kris man, I don't know. Is there a special place in hell for her? Like, that's what you did to your daughters? Wow.
And that's the thing. People be pimping their kids out. I think she's not the only one. Like, people do that. People do. They know that, sex sells. And I do believe that a lot of women and, men too, they pimp their kids out.
Wow.
Anyway.
Okay, well. It's out in the open now, 20 years later, what we kind of already knew. But
he has contracts, and it's funny you say give Ray J his flowers, because on his reality show, he would give women roses and say, "Are you here for the love of Ray J?" What are the chances
you say about that show for the love of Ray J? No.
Are you here for the love of Ray J? Like, nah, kid, I'm here with 7 other women. We all just want to sleep with you. Like, what are you talking about? No love involved. Like, what kind of cameras off, everybody? This is bullshit. But, nobody thought to say that. I'm like, yeah, we're all buying for your attention. We're all just want to be in love, Ray J. Like, that's how I look at these reality love shows.
Oh, my gosh. For the love of Ray J.
So, did you watch the Emmys? I did watch it.
No, I did not. I'm sorry. I did not.
Okay. Well, I want to say you didn't miss much. You know what I mean? Like, I think we're all about like Black people. So sometimes when these things come up, we're like, okay, and that's just how we are. BT, Taraji's hosting. I'm like, what time? That's a little different. But Jimmy Kimmel, he made a formal apology to Quinta Brunson because at the Emmys, he laid out on the floor. Now, Quinta, she got an Emmy for outstanding writing on the hit series Abbott Elementary. I don't know if you're watching it. Very funny show. It's really good. I haven't
watched it, but it
is good. It is good. It is good. And during her acceptance speech, I guess Jimmy Kimmel thought it was funny to like lay on the ground and not get up. the whole time. So like she had to step over him.
What was
and
he
she
doing that for, though?
He thought it was like a funny bit.
Oh.
It was something stupid. Like before that, somebody like dragged him, up and was like, I'm here with my co-host, Jimmy. He won't get up, presenting the award. And blah, blah, and Jimmy just laid there the whole time. So even when she got up, this is her first time getting an award. So he had her on the show later on and he apologized to her. And I did see the apology. He was like, I think so much of you. And I'm sorry. He was like, and then he stopped himself. I'm sorry that I did take that, moment from you. And, however to me, it was a sincere apology, but other people were like, that shit was nothing but white privilege, because if that was Kanye that laid on the floor during Uma Thurman's, acceptance speech, or even if it was Will Smith, just put a black person on the floor, it is a problem. So he got away with that. So whatever the case may be, I just want to give it up to Quinta Brunson, and the whole cast. They're doing a great job. Cheryl Lee Ralph, she gave an acceptance speech as well. She's on the show. And
I did see her speech. I did hear her speech.
It was great. She was very triumphant. Like, so it was good stuff. So I appreciate it.
I love what we're doing. I love it.
So we were in the building. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were in the building, and I was glad about that. So, however, he made himself a part of that. You were out of line, Jimmy. And he said it was a stupid joke going wrong. Whatever. Quinta, you got your word, girl. You go ahead. And we just gonna keep doing the damn thing. So it's all good. And that's what they try to do, The minute we get some sunshine, on the floor and make it hard for us to walk by.
All the time. You're like, I'm sorry, I didn't know I couldn't do that.
The irony of it all. That was a very Karen of you. That was a Karen thing to do, Jimmy Kimmel. And you may not see it that way, but just for the fact that you even thought that it would be funny, it was almost like yelling in the middle of somebody's acceptance speech, that the bathroom door is locked. Like, that wasn't funny. Like, there was no need for that. Like, let her have her moment. You chose who to do that to. That wasn't right. But either way, doesn't take away from the fact that she got her award. So keep it going. ABC TV, Quinta, do your damn thing, girl. In other news, 50 Cent is suing Med Spa.
I heard about
this was another highlight that made me spit out my water. And he's saying that he did not get a penis procedure. Okay, now listen to this. He's suing the plastic surgeon Angela Kogan and her business, Perfection Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, claiming that they keep circulating an old photo of them together, making it look as if he needed to go under the knife for penis enhancement. So this is a big lawsuit happening. And this goes back to 2021, which wasn't long ago. And he thought that he was just taking a picture with a fan. So I see this girl, in her scrub. She looks like a Kim Kardashian, you know what I mean? Smiling with 50 Cent. And they're saying that every time the promotion comes up on social media of this plastic surgery clinic, 50 Cent's picture with her keeps coming up, and they're like using this picture to promote. So I'm like, 50.
Oh man.
Like, okay, she's just a fan. Real talk. What were you doing there, though? No, listen, you could have just said, I need to stop and use the bathroom. But hands down, when somebody say you want to take a picture, you should have been like homeboy from Friday. Nope.
Right.
You should just HIPAA, all of that. You should have been like, no pictures. But you stopped and you took a picture at Med Spa.
Maybe he was, I don't know, coming in for a consult or something.
You thought he was in the club, bottle full of bub.
And I'm not mad at her. Like, good for you. Like, take that picture and put it all on your Instagram and all on the TikTok. And find me in the club, a bottle full of bub and a big old BBC.
Wait, so 50, let me get this right. So really the joke on that is like, so you just came here to try to make $1 out of 15 cents? You trying to make $1 out of 50 cents? Is that what it is, 50? You're mad, but you want to be big mad, huh? You want to be big mad? Is that why you're here at Med Spa?
You want to really get your magic stick?
Wait a minute. We gotta change the name of the episode. Do you really want to get your magic stick? Hashtag Med Spa hashtag.
Med Spa hashtag.
Girl, she worked that picture. It's like, so you just have to know. Listen, if I go to pick up a friend from rehab, real talk, and let's say I'm 50 Cent and a nurse is like, can you take a picture of me? Guess what you say? No. Not today, Cheryl. It wouldn't be a good time. For privacy, for the others and people here, it really wouldn't be a good time. I'm sorry. I'm going to send you guys a basket of flowers. Like, I'm sorry. I don't, and now look at that. Now he should have been like, I got a dope facial there. That if that's really what it was. I got a little Botox and this little cheek. What the fuck he got going on? What did you do at Med Spa, 50?
A penis lengthener.
Did you want to get a little bub in the club?
Did you put that little apparatus on and get you?
Did your girl go for Botox? She was like, I want some too. Like what? I'm just saying, if I'm at Med Spa and I'm a man and I'm even there, like I'm in the building, what are what I'm saying? Like what else is on the menu? Not to say he has to get penis enhancement, but what else is on the menu? I think I'm talking loud.
Like say something, right? Say something.
Just say like I got my bunion removed or something. You could say something. Like I'm gonna get you, sucker. This damn bunion's killing me.
Oh man! All right, 50. We'll see. I remember when Corinne Steffens, I had to read her book with the Superhead, right?
Yeah.
But she talked about him. He was one that wasn't very well endowed.
Seriously?
If I remember correctly. Yeah. He was, so she let her tell it, she gave everybody the length and everything. And, 50 was okay, but he wasn't a BBC, okay? He didn't have no BDE.
He was okay. That sucks because, for the size, that's always the size of a person.
Child, are you sure?
Are you equivalent to
over here? Yeah, you'd be surprised though what people is out here carrying around with these men.
Size is that's not a teller. Sometimes your size is not a teller.
Yeah, and they be like, "Let me see your hands." You
tricky mother! Oh my god. My best friend Amani, she'll tell you about some little hands. Like we'll see somebody. Look at his little hands. Look. Monty will point out some little. Look at the little hands. Look at the little hands.
I did that too, though. I would look Leah like just. I mean, we were given these markers and indications to help us out, to help us move through this world.
Because if not, how else do we know? How else do we know? There's no guideline. There's no book. Personality is not a teller. How else do we know?
And if you don't have on gray sweatpants, I need something else.
Season with no physical contact. Mm-hmm. How else would I know? Without, are you going to tell me how would I know?
Agree.
How do I know? That's what Whitney was singing about. If he really loves me, I say a prayer every heartbeat.
Okay. We got to move on. We got to go to the woke minute. We live in some ratchet. I tell you. We got to be woke.
When we do the notes, just so everybody knows, I will fill up pages of ratchet stuff. I'm not good at many things. I'm not good with social media. I'm not good with cooking dinner every night at my house. I'm not good with posting every day. I'm not good with certain things. But when it comes to getting the ratchet stuff, it just comes to me. It just comes
to me. All kind of stuff. Yeah. And I'll be like, what happened to the woke?
I'm like, look, who watches the news?
All right, look, we got to get woke. Ready? I got my glasses on. Whenever I wear my glasses, it means that I've had a night last night. Oh, we had a time last night. That's what it means.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, it means my eyes are not ready for my contacts. I have to wear glasses. All right. So I'm getting into this woke minute. Wanted to talk about the Illinois supposed purge law that is in effect. So Illinois is passing this law that is set to make history once because it will eliminate cash bails completely, abolish cash bails. And, a lot of people are up in arms about this. They're calling it the Purge Law. Remember the movie The Purge, which actually, I think there was 3 or 4. It actually got really good. Did you see it?
I think I saw the first one.
Okay, because I think there's 1, 2, 3. It might be a 4th one, I think. But, basically the premise is there's one, you get 24 hours where there are no laws. Laws are outlawed. So, the people that were living in these houses, these fortresses could go out and, they kind of seal themselves while all the mayhem was going on. So it was a form of like population control. So that's what the movie was about. So what Illinois is doing is they're making it's a list of like 12 different offenses that are non-detainable. So basically, there's no pretrial detention. So look, we live in a country where it's innocent until proven guilty. So what Illinois is trying to do is make sure that people don't kind of linger in jail, waiting trial. So there's pretrial release. Now, the thing is, it applies to such offenses as second-degree murder, arson, drug-induced homicide, robbery, kidnapping, aggravated battery, burglary, intimidation, aggravated driving under the influence, fleeing and eluding, drug offenses, and threatening a public official. So by eliminating a cash bail, it's just saying like, okay, you can't be held on these certain offenses unless the state can make it's a standard. It's clear and convincing. So they have to be able to convince the judge that that person is a flight risk. Or that they'll go out and they'll harm someone else, and it's a higher standard in order to hold that person pending the trial. So what they're calling it is the Safety Act. So what's safety stand for? How do they do this?
An acronym for it. So
it's
safety,
what is it?
I'm sorry, safety, accountability, fairness, and equity today. Okay,
so I mean, that's what they say.
Equity.
So, the law is very controversial because, like I said, you have people on one side that are saying, this is a way to allow people who are being held for these offenses to not, fill up the jail system and be out on not having to put up a bail. Because I know in New Jersey, like your bail is it's set by how much you can pay. So, even in New Jersey and New York, like there's a diminished cash bail. So cash bail is still in effect, but, it's not what Illinois is doing. So Illinois just basically like got rid of it for certain offenses. So, on the one hand, this is going to allow people who, are kind of like lingering in jail to, obviously be out of the jail. So it's going to depopulate the jails. That's supposedly one of the things that it's supposed to do. A second thing is this law is supposed to address the disparity in racism. So, who mostly is going to get locked up would be people in poor communities, people of color, and, a cash bail supposedly criminalizes poverty. So by getting rid of it, you're supposedly, leveling the playing field there. Now that's one thing. My personal thoughts on it is because the other side is saying, well, now it's really up to the judge. A judge has to look at on a case by case basis whether that person in front of them should be allowed to go home. Especially if they are a flight risk or they're a risk to somebody else. And then also, which I don't like, I think is problematic is, a person that commits a crime can still be held, but there has to be some sort of underlying, like it has to be a gun involved, or there has to be a long criminal record. Like there are other factors. So I'm a little divided because once you allow a judge, you're giving that judge a lot more leeway to make a decision on a case by case. So in other words, he's not looking at the law as saying, you have a choice in determining whether this person should be released prior to their trial. I don't. In a perfect world, I think that would work beautifully. But of course, we don't live in a perfect world. So I don't know what are your thoughts about this? This will be interesting how it plays out.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm curious as to who will really benefit from this, because I think about how over here in Bergen County, we have the Bergen County Prison, and along the whole strip, it's all these bail bondsmen. All these bail bondsmen, lined up these companies. And obviously, some people put up their house for bail. You know, like when you hear these, the amount of bail, you even watch TV shows, bail set at, $300,000, and that person gets to go home if they come up with their bail, or at least, you can put something towards your bail, whatever it is. They're just, and tell me if I'm wrong, they're basically saying, if you do not have the money to pay for your bail, don't worry about it. You won't sit in prison or jail until your case. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah. So, right, basically. So more than likely, there is no, if you are charged with one of those non-detainable offenses, you're not going to sit in jail pending your trial, because there is no bail. So unless the state, now burden is on the state to make a really good case for it, for keeping you in jail, you got to go. You got to get out.
And are they saying the race card comes in because it's more likely that a person subject to, going to jail for a crime and not being able to pay for this bail would be a Black person? Is that where the race part comes in?
So yeah, part of that is, if you just scanning the people that are in jail that are waiting trial, most of them are people of color.
Okay.
Not that they present a flight risk or risk to the community, more so than they just can't afford to pay their bail to get out.
So if I, let's say potentially, as a person of color, I got pulled over because I had marijuana in my car, right? And it was, with the intent to sell, but I don't have my medicinal marijuana selling license, let's just say. And
well, use one of, it would be better, use one of the offenses that they're talking about, because it says kidnapping. So say kidnapping. Okay.
So I was going to say kidnapping. So let's not even say that. Let's just say I robbed somebody with a weapon. Like I'm all picking.
That's the catch-all for Illinois, because that weapon is a detainable.
That's the detainable offense.
But you got to have a weapon.
But if
so you're adding something to it.
But if you were potentially, let's say, you're being accused of kidnapping some kids, hypothetically, until the trial comes up, you can go back home.
Yeah, it is now more likely that you would be able to go home, provided you're not a flight risk and you don't have a long history of doing this prior to. So you would probably be able to stay home pending your trial.
But I'm leaving the country. Y'all can go ahead.
Okay, well that is something that a judge would now have to really predict.
Okay.
Before it even gets to that stage. So the state, has 48 hours to bring a clear and convincing case as to why this person should be held pending their trial. In my opinion, that's not enough time, because when you think about subpoenas and you got to get video cameras and all this other stuff in order to get that information together for a preliminary hearing, because that's what has to happen is at that hearing, it has to be decided, okay, can this person be released? Can a bail be set so that this person can be released, or should they can they be detained pending their trial? So Illinois is saying, okay, well, you got some of these egregious offenses, but our jails are too full, maybe, and the law doesn't work for Black people, y'all. So we're just gonna let you go home. And it's going to be better for the jail. So, I mean, this would be really interesting to see how it plays out, because, in a sense, it could be like the Purge. But again, you live in New York, New Jersey. They actually have laws kind of like this, although they're a little more lenient, but in terms of there's not the non-detainable offenses. So you actually live in a state that is kind of like this, but this Illinois is saying we're just going to get rid of cash bails completely.
So that's the other question. Like, I'm thinking of, how have cash bails all these years been beneficial? Like,
who stands to earn from a cash bail?
Like who? Yeah, like who?
Okay, so you got the court system, the prison system, and then the private businesses. As you said, these bail bondsmen who are making their money, and that enables, a lot of times your bail if it's 100% bail, you go to a bail bondsman and pay 10% or put up the note for your house, and that bail bondsman will bond that person out of jail. Well, that's a whole business. This is the whole business in and of itself. So we're talking about potentially eradicating that income, that cash flow.
So Rocky's going to be
now. You're saying, okay, these people, they're not going to go to jail anyway. We're not going to have them sitting in jail waiting for their trial. That's not going to happen.
Bounty hunters are a business,
right? So it could potentially be
okay.
And is this going to benefit communities of color, people of color, our melanated people? Possibly. But then the other side of that is look at the offenses that there is no it's you can be out. Look at those. That's where I'm like, okay, that's a little problematic, because now you're of course it's up to the judge to decide, but now you're leaving it completely like that judge has a lot more discretion, and the state has the less time to come up with, hey, this person potentially committed this act, and we need to hold them, for longer than 48 hours.
So, okay. So I'm a little bit conflicted because I feel like when somebody's a sex offender, they have to be on the sex offender list. So, you can Google a name and you can find out who the sex offenders are.
Say they're not. So, yeah. And that is, again, that's something that a judge would consider, those aggravating factors.
But I'm just saying that these are people that we are aware of and they're moving around in the community, right? It's just that I'm not in jail, but just, there's a little, red flag on my head, but I'm functioning with everybody else in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's safe now because everybody knows, what's going on with me. Whereas, you have these people who, potentially you did a slew of things, but you're just waiting, you're waiting to go to court. And if you don't tell nobody, you get what I'm saying? That you potentially
nobody would know. Nobody would know.
That you potentially have criminal charges. Nobody would ever know. So
True.
Therefore, are you being really held accountable?
Who?
With criminal charges, with whatever these charges.
Again, a charge is just a charge. Again, country, you're innocent until proven guilty.
Okay,
and
that's
a part of that is we say it, we gotta believe in that. And that is
okay.
I mean, that's we live here in the United States of America. That's what it is. It's innocent until proven guilty. So if we're saying that, a charge is a charge until it's a conviction.
I'm feeling kind of like, because in the United States of America, what I've experienced over the past way too many years is a lot of unarmed people of color killed with no consequence at the hands of some of these people. This right here is a little hokey for me.
Why?
I don't know. It's something. It just something doesn't really sit right with it, especially because it's a little bit, I don't know, because they think they're leveling the playing ground with like Black people because we're more so in the jail. But I'm like, yeah, but I'm seeing what's happening with us, and I just feel you have to kind of go back to the whole reasons why a lot of this stuff exists. Why? Mm-hmm. Why did you have to come up with this? Why? You get what I'm saying? Why are we overpopulating the prisons in the first place? Why all of a sudden Rocky the bounty hunter doesn't need his money anymore? Like why? That's it. I'm just posing why. I don't know. I don't like it because I look at how, I watch court cases and I see, this young kid who shot up schools or, shot people of color, and, we are kind of thrown under like, oh, well, you can get back to school, kiddo. But now this right here is a thing. It's a little hokey to me.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, it could go both ways. You could look at it as a way to kind of level the playing field and address some of the disparities and racial disparities in the prison system and in the justice system. It could be looked at that way. And then the other way is like you said. Well, I mean, they're not calling this the purge for nothing.
Yeah, I'm not believing the hype. I don't believe the hype.
Yeah, and the purge part to me, that comes in. It's not theory, because the theory I think is pretty good. The theory behind this is good, but then you talk about practice. That's something different, and that's where the idea of the purge comes in. Because in practice, how's this going to play out? Because you got people that I would think like, okay, they've committed they've been charged with the crime, have not been convicted yet, but charged, it's egregious enough to hold them in jail until a full trial can be had. But when you erase that middle step for some of the stuff that I'm like, I want to be protected in my community and know, like, okay, if somebody is out here and they kidnapping people, even if it was their first offense and they were charged with it, I mean, I would like to know that this person is behind bars or that a bail has been set to ensure their appearance at a hearing. I mean, not okay. Anything. So they home. They back at home. They right next door.
It's anything goes. And I'm just saying, like, that's just for any color, creed of person. Like, I don't like the whole anything goes for anybody. You know what I mean? To me, and I just hear, and I'm not trying to be funny when I hear this, all I hear is Beavis and Butthead say, breaking the law. When they say that, that's all I hear when we talk about this. Like,
I mean, I don't think it's going to impact, people doing more crimes. I don't think that. But I mean, like I said, this in theory sounds great. In practice, this might be a whole nother thing. So, and they don't call it the purge for nothing. So we're going to see.
Okay.
All right. We'll see. All right. In other news, this is just, I don't even know where to. Okay. So, a Texas board on last week declined a request that George Floyd be granted a posthumous pardon for a 2004 drug arrest made by an ex-police officer who is now indicted on I think it's a murder charge on a drug raid from some times ago. So the Texas Board of Pardons and Paroles, initially they decided they were going to pardon George Floyd. Now, as we remember, George Floyd is the man that lost his life at the hands of, I'm not even going to say that officer's name, with a knee to his neck. So the board initially, they said that they were going to pardon him posthumously because he is gone on and is an ancestor now. But now they are citing that there's some sort of procedural errors in the initial recommendation, and so they're doubling back and saying no, that's denied. And now the family, George Floyd's family, is going to have to wait another 2 years to ask to petition again for the pardon. So, just going back to the officer that initially arrested George Floyd back in 2004, I don't know if this was a Black officer or what. In any case, Goings, I think his name was Goings. He's facing 2 counts of felony murder as other charges between the state and the federal court. In 2019, there was a drug raid where 2 people lost their lives, and this officer is now being charged. So, what has come up is that this officer lied to obtain the warrant and the search on these people's homes. So, once you got unclean hands in something, they done went all the way back in this ex-police officer's, all his warrants and everything, and kind of, overturning stuff, because it sounds like this officer had lied about the informants, the existence of informants, people that didn't exist, was getting, warrants. He was lying about on the application to get the warrants, all this mess. So, and now this has affected our brother, George Floyd, who I support fully a pardon, for that conviction and for clemency, actually. So this is just a sad turn of events. What do you think?
So that's 2 more years. So in his honor, the family just wants to clear his name. In his honor, we want to clear his name. Mm-hmm. And
absolutely. Mm-hmm.
That's really what this is. And even still after everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nah.
And this is a dirty cop that had arrested George Floyd back in the day. Very messy. So
was was this the one selling drugs in the police sting?
I didn't hear that part about this officer Goins, but it sounded like he was doing something in the raids, in these drug raids. And lying on the paperwork and doing a lot of backward stuff. So we'll see. Got to wait another 2 years
lying to
in order to apply.
Oh yeah, he was a dirty cop. No, he was lying to obtain warrants. He was a dirty cop.
Yep. Okay, and in other woke news, I did want to let's talk about Piper Lewis. She's the 17-year-old who, I mean, I've watched her interviews. She seems to have such a beautiful spirit, and a sad thing happened to her. So, she was drug trafficked when she was 15 years old, so about 2 years ago, by 37-year-old Zachary Brooks, and he raped her multiple times, and she ended up killing him. I believe she stabbed him. And she pled guilty to voluntary manslaughter and willful injury for stabbing, right? She was sentenced to 5 years probation and a deferred judgment. However, she lives in Iowa, and Iowa has this law on the books that says people convicted of homicides are required to pay $150,000 in compensation to the victim's family. So she has this judgment of $150,000 to pay to the family of her rapist. But I'm gonna tell you, GoFundMe came through in the clutch because her former teacher was one of her teachers started a GoFundMe fund, and it ended up raising like almost $500,000. Can you believe that?
Won't he do it?
They were like, people were coming in with, $14, $10, $20, $5 donations, all little tiny donations. And it added up to over $400,000 in like a matter of weeks.
And she was set to pay $150 of
$150. So she got a cool, $300,000 plus go to school and buy you a house, girl, and invest your money.
Right. Oh, man.
Yeah, isn't that something?
It's like, I'm sorry to hear that, but like the blessing, you know what I'm saying, came somewhere in that. There was, that's so sad. Mm-hmm. That is so sad. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean 5 years? Like, that's self-defense. Like,
yep. But look at that.
But then on top of it, how can the family accept that? How can that's what I'm saying. Like, even if it was the law, like, how does that family get that check and say, you're damn right?
Yeah, I think it can be done. I think people would definitely. I mean, what would you do? I'm not gonna. I don't know. I'm not even going to debate and think about that. But but at least at this point, she could pay it and move on about her business and get on with her life and hopefully find that healing that she obviously needs.
Wow, that is horrific. Well, that was good. That was a good turnaround.
Mm-hmm. Look how things happen. So good. Won't he do it? Yeah.
Won't he do it?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I know I know we're at your favorite part. So go on ahead. And
right now we're at the weekend. Woo, take them glasses off. I don't even wear glasses. It's just for fashion. It's just for fashion. I like to put some glasses sometime. These are going to be my
Lord.
Remember those blue boots I got when we were in Miami?
I remember in Aventura Mall. Mm-hmm, they were
like nobody's wearing these boots out here.
Stunning, bitch. Stunning.
I got these from the Target.
I know you're so happy. I love them though. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes, honey. Yes.
My blue boots, bitch.
Like, you don't even wear glasses.
Blue boots.
People over here like me.
No, it's just temporary. I gotta hope. Okay.
They look so good though. Those look really good. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. They were.
I can see it. I see you already. You got a coat already. I know you got a coat.
Mm-hmm.
I already know.
Don't even talk about it.
Ready?
I got my clothes in the dishwasher. You better shut up. All my closets are like. I'm like,
wait. When you said I can't.
Go ahead. You want to tell my business? Go ahead.
Wait. You said that you got clothes in the dishwasher.
Nice little secret hiding place.
Man,
there.
I don't know whether I'm laughing, but I'm like, that's actually a pretty good use of space. I mean, they're using the dishwasher all the time.
I mean, it's just
I don't even use my dishwasher.
And you don't even freaking do the dishes. Like, and don't let there be a cup and girl, bye. So I put on rubber gloves. I like washing dishes. It's only us here, even if we have company.
Isn't that funny? I think that is something we got from our mother, because
wash those dishes.
As much as I hated washing dishes, I actually like washing dishes.
Yeah, I like my kitchen clean. You know what I'm saying? We don't go to bed with dishes in the sink, pots and pans. As soon as we finish eating, I'm like, all right, clean up. Let me go. So, you know, that's the dishwasher space. You know, it's like 2 cabinets. And I just said, you know what?
You're right.
I got these boots. I don't want anybody to know about them.
Tell me you was wrapping it up.
Boots in there, take them out the box. Then I got a coat. My closet told me.
I know you got a coat.
Closet was like, I don't fit nothing else. I was like, shit, it's not even wintertime yet.
Your closet was talking to you like, bitch, stay away. What you trying to do to me?
That coat. So there's a coat and some boots in the dishwasher.
I can't. All right, look, man, that is so funny. All right, so where we at?
All right, so here's the weekend. Duh.
You gotta go on. I used to be scared of the dick. Now I throw lips to the shit. Handle it like a real bitch. Have the hunter, Janet Jack me.
How do I know we are making love and not just fucking or having sex? So there's 3.
How do you know?
Love, fucking, having sex. So to me, it sounds like missionary, doggy style, and I don't know whatever the other one would be. Because when people say having sex, I think of missionary. When you say fucking, that could be doggy style. When you say making love, that could be anyway. Could be oral, could be.
That's a really good.
Isn't that good?
Yeah, it is 3 different things. So, I mean, here's my I guess my take on it, because there's making love to someone that you obviously you have feelings for, but the feelings are mutual. That's the thing. So I think if the 2 of you have ever said, I love you, you love that person, then obviously what y'all do is, you probably make love, although you can fuck on certain occasions and have sex. It's you're right. It's different types of things that you do, because you can make love, you can be in love with somebody and be like, still, okay, so this we just fucking right now. You know what I mean?
I gotta go.
I think fucking is when you have some articles of clothes still on. Like if you still have your top on or some socks, y'all probably just fucking.
I'm gonna keep my pant leg on real quick.
Right. You just move the panties to the side, you're probably just fucking.
I gotta go.
Yeah. If he just pulled down his pants, you still got them on? Y'all probably just fucking.
So you saying making love, you need to be butt naked?
You need to be butt ass naked. Mm-hmm. Bucket ass. Yeah.
Have nothing on.
Yeah. Sex is probably, it's close to making love, but it's someone that you have a connection with, but it's not that deep of a connection yet, or just not.
So like, if you're sleeping with somebody at the job, let's say hypothetically, like you're like, oh my God, like you and blah, blah, blah are sleeping together. Like, yeah, girl, we just, we just fucking, but like really we're just having sex.
Yeah, you just fucking, like, it becomes a necessity, right? But if you're making love, like, I think you're making love, y'all are making love when like he wants your whole body. Like it ain't you ain't got nothing on and your whole body is his playground. Okay? That'll let you know right there. Like he's not leaving nothing, like you ain't got your top on still and y'all everything is off and he's looking at you, he's making eye contact with you. He wants your full, your full body, and you can feel it. There's something unspoken about making love. I remember I was with this fine gentleman, specimen of a gentleman.
Reminisce.
There were like tears. Now, on a flip, you could be like, but you just have to understand that was the unspoken emotion that just, it came up. It was beautiful, so you know that. Also, I think if he is, sometimes afterward, you're just like, all right, especially for a man, he's kind of tired afterward, but the woman, we can keep going.
Yeah.
But if he's more in that glow, that afterglow afterward, and he wants to cuddle or be close, y'all ain't just fucking and having sex. Like he actually wants to spend time with you after the nut, after your nut, then that's a clear sign.
But sometimes y'all could have just had like some serious, like we was just fucking, and then he'd be like, "You want to go get some breakfast?" Like, you know what I mean? Like keep hanging out. I just had like a crazy, like we just in here fucking, like, 3 sessions, and it could just be y'all were just fucking, but he still want to spend time with you.
Yeah, so that's it's not the end of like, but I think if he really wants to spend time after, then that's more of a sign to me that y'all just made love.
No, okay. So
and you don't have no clothes on, like no clothes. No, okay.
I'm saying, spending time afterwards, because I feel like I'm a good time. So you're gonna want it. Like if we just got off real good, not to understand you want to keep hanging out because I'm a good time. So there've been times we keep hanging out. That whole hangout turns into a whole fucking 2 weeks. So you're like, yo, you haven't even gone home. Like we just stayed on the phone. We just was so locked for like 2 weeks straight. And then that's just because it was almost like an illusion because, you know what I'm saying?
The connection was strong. Yeah. Well,
illusion. Okay. And then what happened to him and be like, I don't know. Just like that. Look to the left. I don't know.
Oh. We had a good time though.
Right. And that's really just it. Now I will tell you what a good way to let you know. I don't know if this is a guy asking a question or a female. I don't know if you're into marijuana, whatever it is. I'm not even going to say like have a drink. If you smoke weed, right? Mm-hmm. Have a weed session and put on some Sade. Real talk. I'm going to tell you a little secret here, right? Put on Sade, smoke some weed, right? And hey, we're going to have some if it was mine. Now, if you get maybe Sade's like 5 top hits right there, Sweetest Taboo, Smooth Operator, Your Love is King, Lovers Rock, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And let's see what type of fucking y'all got going on. Now, if you don't make love after that, then you could probably tell. Bitch, I've been to the moon off of... I had like, I was like, remember in Elf when he was like, I'm in love and I don't care who knows it. That's how I came off of that shit. Like, whoa, like, dude, that was cosmic. Like, oh my God. Like, are you going to go to the chapel tomorrow?
We can fly to Vegas.
You're going to go tomorrow? Like, it was so intense. And then, you know what I'm saying? Time would go by and you'd be like, what happened to him? You'd be like, I don't know. Could have been an illusion, bitch. An illusion. It could be an illusion. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so intense and so good. You know what I mean? But the weed be letting you know. That's what Smokey said. The weed be letting you know.
Yeah, it ain't whew.
You are in the wind.
Ain't nothing like you, man. You feel it, like you just, man.
Emotional. It's two spirits connecting. So that's to me, that's the love part. You are both, when you say the eye contact, when y'all are like connecting, holding hands, when it's intense, it's more emotional than it is physical.
Absolutely.
Then, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if
y'all both can levitate off the bed, just fly to the ceiling.
And you look at each other, you're like, you know what this is. Like, you already know what this is. Like, we soulmates.
We go together.
we are destined. Hold on, let me find my zodiac book. We are destined. Let me tell you. Okay, because I knew you was gonna come into my life. All right.
What time were you born?
Y'all are destined. What? Did you have that earth shattering, rock your soul? You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about you. about you. Yeah. With what you doing? You know what I'm doing. You what I left
you over here playing Trey songs. Let the neighbors know my name.
Yeah. That's
Woo.
It's an emotional connect, and that's how you want it. That's how, to me, as you get older, that's what you want. A little, that's fun too. It's all fun. However you flip the coin, it depends on how in depth you want to go with a person. Because once you have that little shaky, earth shattering,
it's like a drug. It's like
somebody's DNA. That's having somebody's. You got their fingerprints.
Yeah,
I'm sure you got somebody in your mind right now that is not even in your life.
Yep,
not even in your life.
Those flashbacks is a motherfucker. Like, I don't know. You ask what happened.
Right. That left look. Is that left look. Right? Where you at? The last time you spoke to him, 27 years ago. Motherfucker. Okay, I got my DNA. What?
Last time you talked to
artificial intelligence, they got my ass Westworld in this one.
Oh man. Yeah, I think, man, that is. Look, that's the difference. You know.
You know what it is. When dude said you know what it is. Oh, what did you just say? You know what it is? Shit. He'd be like, yo, what's he talking about? None. You know what y'all, you say, you know what we did. Like, oh no, even better. Do you remember on Jason's Lyric when the girl, when she came back and told her how she was boning, what's his name? She's like, Lyric, you made love. Girl, remember that? See the spirits.
He put down the flowers. Man,
you remember remember who was that? Jada Pinkett
and
Clive Davis. What was you about to say?
Carl Payne, the other Payne.
Alan Payne. He was so fine. He was so fine.
He sure was. Whew.
Now, when they were on the register during the pouring down rain, when he came into the shop.
And she used a body double for that scene. You know that, right?
No. In that scene, when he had her up on the register, she was all popped up on the register. Yeah. That was fucking.
Yeah.
Now, when they were in the flowers and she had the body double, her body turned, her body turned like this real good. That was supposed to be making love.
When Jada Pinkett Smith used the body double for the making love, yeah.
That was there.
The make love scene. She sure did.
Mad Dog, no. That's my movie. All right. That's a good movie. All right. Enough of that.
Mad Dog no good.
I got your flowers. Oh. That made me pull that classic. So yeah,
that was a classic movie. Okay, yeah. So did we give her good advice? Like I think we gave her plenty of examples to figure out whether you making love, you out here having sex, you just fucking.
You heard me? You said you give her good advice. I said nope. Nope. Not a damn thing but a testimony.
Some real world examples.
That's about it. Real world, yeah. But what do you want? You know what I'm saying? What do you want? This shit is an illusion.
You know when you making love because he make your whole body his playground. Like ain't no escaping every part. Like there's no go. You trying to get, you can't go nowhere. It's everything.
Yeah,
everything is everything is on the table.
Yeah. But you can have that. You can have that freak nasty, and he's for everybody though. Like you know what I'm saying? What he's doing for you, like. Everybody gets the number 7 special. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so he's nasty like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever met that nasty motherfucker? Like,
it's true. That's like, true. There's some community fiends out there that just know how to fake making love.
What?
Like, it's an illusion. Make her toes curl and everything. And
he knew what he was doing. He like, I like her. I like her house. I like how she keep things. I want to stay around for a little while. And he know what he got to do.
Make her feel good. Yep, because that's amazing.
What you doing tonight? Okay. All stupid. You see what I'm saying? Now he got in, 2 months go by. He know what he doing. Where he at now? I don't know.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying, motherfucker? So it's an illusion. It's up to you. It's up to you. Heart and mind have to be in an agreement. Because
this is true. We can get very duped. You gotta balance it because you
can get duped with the D. You can get duped with the D. You really can. It ain't making love all the time. I tell you, it's an illusion. I've had illusions. Like, but that was love. Motherfucker be like,
no, because it ain't making love if he still got his socks on.
But then it could be like Boomerang.
Underwear down by his ankles. That ain't making love.
Remember Boomerang when he saw her feet and he was like, oh, he had to get out of there?
Yeah.
Oh, what if his feet look like Shaquille O'Neal's? Then what? All right.
Oh, it's ripping up your covers in shreds. Get about my bed.
Your feet look like Thriller is close to midnight. Sir.
Of this evil lurking in the dark.
So let me keep your socks on. Wait, I'm sorry. There's a meme that says, I hate Cowgirl because he busy enjoying looking at a beautiful woman. I got to look at his feet. I hate reverse Cowgirl. Oh, that was so funny. And I got to look at his damn feet. Oh, curled up.
Because they never look good. Like, rarely do they ever look good.
No, dudes have their feet out now. Dudes wearing flip-flops.
Sometimes, yeah, but still, like, you know, they know the ledge. They over here singing Rakim. Know the ledge.
You know you're wrong. You know you're wrong.
Okay.
Oh, because you think you got a Gucci belt on and makes everything okay?
No, right? I can't.
Them feet, sir. I met one guy. He's like, I got pretty feet. And just for the fact that he said that, I was like, I didn't like that. I got pretty feet. What?
Oh, man. I done seen some dogs. Man, like,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing? Building a house with no shoes on? Like, oh my gosh.
I'm in construction. Talking about my feet. My feet are in construction. Oh.
Your feet need therapy. Oh, man. Okay. I think we gave her some good advice.
That was a good time.
Yeah,
Write us back and tell us if you found out the difference.
Yeah, please. All right, look. We got to move on. It's been a really good show. It's been a longer show for us, but it's cool. So I just want to go because this is my jam. Y'all ready for my jam?
Hit it.
I want to first give Clifford Joseph Harris Jr. his flowers. That is TIP tip. I was in Vegas last week, and I was at Dre's, of course, whatever. And he happened to be performing. And I was thinking, not that T.I. is one of my favorite rappers, but give this man his flowers here, because as an actor, and he's been in some pretty good movies that I liked. He's a record executive. He's a producer. We know him as a rapper. He done been to jail and back. He's a family man. We done watched what's the show that they had?
T.I. and Tiny family.
T.I. and Tiny, and and he's the innovator of trap music. We know about Atlanta because of T.I. and we know about trap music because of T.I. So I just want to give this man his flowers. My song for this jam is Swagger Like Us.
Great minds think alike.
Good. Did you think about it?
Yes.
Was that your line? I mean, and he, I'm seeing with the wordplay. He had one of the best verses. Now, again, he was on there. It was Jay-Z. It was Lil Wayne, and it was Kanye West. Kanye produced it, and I will say, T.I. gave all of them a run for their money.
He said in his verse, I remember he said they added him for controversy. Yep,
because I think he was like going to jail or leaving jail or something, like getting out of jail or something. That man had been, how long did he go away? It was like 2 years or something?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
It happened so quick. I had to remember, like, Lil' Kim went to jail for like 2 years, but he went to jail, came back out and did a movie. Who he did a movie? It was like a pretty good, I mean, he's
did Atlanta with Nunu.
They were Roll Bounce? Roll Bounce? What's that called?
They were skating in the movie.
It was called Roll Bounce, right?
ATL. Why am I calling it ATL?
Maybe it was ATL, but I feel like they was skating. A lot of it was skating. But Swagger Like Us, and that was a song that we were kind of introduced to MIA, the chick from the UK.
No one on the corner have a swagger like us.
Swagger like us.
Yeah, it was from ATL. That's the movie, ATL.
ATL. I mean, his verse at the end, you can Weezy with the wordplay, Jeezy for the bird play, Yeezy for diversity, and me for controversy.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, T.I. he came with it. He came with it, and that was like one of the best songs of, what year was that? That was 2009, 2008. 2008.
Oh crap! Yeah.
Still rocks, right?
Did you think about this song? Yeah. That's funny because I was, thinking, I thought it was my jam, and I came up with something else, but this was the first thing that I had.
Swagger Like Us.
The song still gets me going. This is good. It's still a good going out song. It's still, I feel like I'm gonna be an old lady, and that's gonna come on. I'm still gonna be like, turn that up.
Yeah, I know I am. All my verses picture perfect, only split in certain purposes. I mean, and like I said, I like T.I. and I saw him perform last week, and you have to. That's why I said we have to give them their flowers now, because I'm looking at this man who is, he's in his 40s, and he's had a career that spanned over 20 years, and he's still doing it, still rocking it. Out here, I'm over there. I try to do my little thing, but I'm like, you know, we
gotta give it to
a little
him.
bit older, but he's still, you know, he's still out here. He still rocks the crowd. And he be in his own little world. You know, he do his little dance, little old man dance. He's out there, he's in his own little world. But so you can look at him and tell he actually enjoys what he does.
Yeah.
Like he still enjoys it. And I really appreciated that. And this was one of the hardest hitting songs that T.I. was ever on, in my opinion. Swagger Like Us.
Yeah, that.
Got it. Kanye, man. I mean, he's a lot of things, but you cannot deny his genius.
Oh, no. You can't. Oh, yeah. We can actually do like a whole going all the way back to like Kanye's, you know what I mean? Like just
College Dropout before that. Yep, The Rock.
We didn't even hear his voice on that. He like, Kanye produced that? Like, oh, shoot. Yeah, he was doing the damn thing. So yeah, that's a good one. I appreciate that. Yeah.
I'm gonna play it I'm gonna play it in full.
That gets me going. That really gets me
going. Stop this podcast. I have to tell Alexa. I'm whispering it now because she listened to everything, but I'm gonna tell Alexa to play it.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we will mention the support Black business portion. We believe in growing our economy and our communities by supporting products and services made for us by us. So once again, y'all, if you want to advertise your business on TwistPod, the podcast, and the TV show, because you know there's so many different outlets that we can put you on, we are now offering select business owners a chance to advertise with us. So go to our website at twistpod.com to contact us for more information. You can also hit us up on our social medias.
Please.
And we would love to just put you on Front Street for what you got going on, because we appreciate you the same way you appreciate us. So, well, where are we?
Well, we're at the end. So look, y'all, you can subscribe to That's What I'm Saying, the podcast. You can listen to us on Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Stitcher, TuneIn, Spotify, pretty much wherever you listen to your podcast. Watch That's What I'm Saying, the TV show on Island TV. Just download the Island TV app. Follow us on Instagram at TwistPod. And Shatara, what else we want everybody to know?
I want you to know that if you have a question for the Weekend D reports, because we will have an answer.
Weekend Dick. Sorry.
I'm going to clean it up. The Weekend D.
Don't try to clean it up now because you never do.
I'm always going to get fired somewhere. I'm like, the Weekend Dick. She's like, it's love. I'm like, all right.
On the TV show, it's love.
Yes. If you want to advertise with us, you want to keep up to date on all my upcoming comedy shows, because I do keep the funny going, y'all. Then, as always, get social with us. Drop into our DMs. DM us on Instagram, on Twitter. Send us a message on our website at twistpod.com. That's TWISPOD.com. And as always, we had a good old time. Thank you all for coming through. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us. Stay healthy. Stay well. Have a good one.
Peace, y'all.